Hello everyone and welcome to the Gunpla Network. I'm the Spicer and today's unboxing of the high-grade Cosmic Era Aile Strike Gundam comes to you courtesy of those fine folks over at Canadian Gundam. Canadian Gundam is your one-stop shop for all things Plamo and Gunpla here in North America. With a vast catalog, a private warehouse, and flat-rate shipping to the US and Canada, they've got you covered for any situation. When you're checking out that vast catalog and placing your next order, don't forget to use the promo code Gunpla Network to save 10% off. Now, if you caught my review of the Real Grade Freedom, you'll know that we're taking a look at the high-grade Cosmic Era Strike Freedom and then Strike Freedom, and that's what I'm covering this month, or this coming month, I suppose. And we're starting with the Aile Strike, so if you've built this or you've built all three and you have a favorite, let us know in the comments down below so I kind of can set my expectations and maybe discuss with some other people who have built it to kind of their opinions as well. But overall, from the box, everything looks great. It's kind of reminiscent, a little bit older of course, but reminiscent of like the Infinite Justice box that I had reviewed not too long ago. It's crisp, it's clean, the artwork is nice, it's not too stylized, and generally I think it's going to tell us a pretty good idea of what we're getting in the box. Now, of course, this is artwork, so it's not going to look exactly like this, but from being from 2014 and slowly coming up on its 10-year anniversary, we've got some things to kind of look at. We know that the Cosmic Era line has been really well done, with the Windom, the Infinite Justice, the Dagger, and this is kind of the start of that, where they kind of go back and update a lot of the older SEED kits, because a lot of them are real rough, and I've built the original Aile Strike, and it honestly is pretty bad, so this cannot be worse than that. I'm looking quite forward to it. But as we pop to the side of the box, we do get an idea of what we're looking at. The front and back shots look nice. Of course, this is painted up, so kind of take that with a grain of salt. But generally speaking, from what I've seen opening the box, most of the stickering is on the wings, so the base unit and most of the Aile pack are pretty nice. Now, I would like to note, this looks like the older Aegis, so we don't have like a prototype Aegis in development, unfortunately. Hopefully Bandai will get around to it this year, since they have the base with the Justice Knight, or the Aegis Knight, but, you know, neither here nor there. We do get the warnings and all that on the other side, as you would expect, nothing too crazy. We do get some more artwork as well. You get it up on a stand, which I would say for the Aile Strike is probably going to be a pretty good bet. I imagine the backpack's going to be quite heavy, and it's a flight pack, so you kind of want it in the air. You get all the accessories as well, with the flight pack, the armor schneiders, the beam sabers, the shield, and the beam rifle, and some articulation, so nice to see there. The A-plate is all molded in white, so it's a little bit different than most of your high grades, but it looks good. The armor pieces and everything, kind of exactly what you'd expect for the Strike. Not a lot of color separation here, but it's kind of all the same thing, so not something you have to worry about. I will say this plate doesn't have a lot of paneling opportunities, so it'll be interesting to see if that carries over to the rest of the kit. Now, the B plate is all molded in red, and it's kind of mostly the accents for the kit, mostly the backpack, the shield, the feet, and the bottom of the torso. Looks fine. Once again, not a lot of panel lining opportunities other than maybe the shield here, so kind of take that with a grain of salt. Then you've got the C plate with all kind of the inner workings, and it is nice to see like the torso's color separation with the gray there and the backpack, or the built-in thrusters in the back. You've got the nice leg units, which are very iconic for the Strike as well. Now if we move on to the G plate, pretty big jump in numbers. We have the blue chest, backpack, and the little jewel for the front skirt. Looks fine, don't know really what to say here. You get to see kind of the part separation, how that works, but it's generally pretty good looking. So the M plate, once again, another big jump here, has the yellow, which is mostly the shield, the vents, and the V-fin. Not a lot of things going on here, not a lot of panel lining except for on the shield portion, but it looks pretty clean cut. It looks like there's a lot of kind of meshing of parts, which is always nice to see. As we move on to the end plate, this is mostly the weapons and kind of everything else. A little bit of shoulder bits, the armor schneiders, and looks like a couple of joints. So, you know, you get to see that. Then we move on to the all black plate for the backpack, for the Aile Striker pack, and the O plate. You see the big wings, you see not a lot of red, so we can assume those are stickers, and I can tell you they are. You of course get the beam saber blades, pretty standard stuff, not a lot to really discuss here, they're beam sabers. We get the PC joints, not a lot of them, so that's kind of nice, looks like it's going to be a straightforward, simple build. Excited about it. There's that sticker sheet. All those big red stickers are slightly concerning. Not sure exactly what that white sticker's for, but also somewhat concerning. The eyes and the cameras, those make sense though. And then we get the manual, and it looks pretty good. Pretty much the same kind of front shot we saw on the side of the box, nothing too crazy there. You get some of the details and lore for it, but I'm actually quite excited to build this. Now, I've more notably been a high-grade builder in the past. They're nice, they're relaxing, and they don't take too long. I definitely see an appreciation, have an appreciation for master grades, but there's something that's just refreshing about building a very simple, straightforward high grade, and I feel like that's what this is going to be. From looking at the contents of the Freedom and Strike Freedom, I feel like those will be a little bit less so, but this should be pretty straightforward. The Strike doesn't have a lot going on. The Aile pack only really seems to be made up of a couple of different parts from a few different plates, so that's kind of nice. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I am quite excited for it. As I said in the comments, let me know below what you think about these. Have you built them? Do you have any questions about them? Any advice? I'm more than happy to hear it. And as always, friends, please do your best to stay safe and keep on building.